Okay, so today we have a couple items that I got from Texas Speed, 2 months of waiting. I got some headers and an X-pipe. We're going to be installing some long tube headers by Texas Speed. Catless headers, catless X-pipe. Try to get some more noise out of this C7 Corvette I just picked up at the beginning of the year. So I guess we got to remove the ECU to get some access to this side of the headers. There's a couple bolts we removed here. So when you're working on this, I guess you got to remove the ECU cover. There's a couple of these tabs. They're pushed in. The way they're set, you just got to push in these little tabs inwards real hard and then slide them backwards. And they all come out. Just remember the way to pull them out. There's 3 screws that hold them on as well. There's 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And the cover will come out, and then it'll free up a lot of room for you here. Access to your headers right there. These lines right here for vacuum for you guys. And then there's a valve cover over the valve cover. Remove it, you get some access right here to your headers. I believe you gotta take out your spark plug wires and your spark plugs to get to it. I got the X-pipe off, the downpipe, and the driver's side manifold. I got this side off. There's a bolt underneath on the downpipe that we gotta remove the wheel to get access to. Try to remove it without the plugs, without taking the plugs off, but I ended up taking them off, and I took this side off too to get better access to it.
What size is that?
O2 sensor size. That's crazy. Look how close that is. So now we got the headers in, brought them in from the bottom. Got a few bolts in just to hold them on. Put new gaskets in, provided by Texas Speed. They're AC Delco OEM gaskets, nothing fancy. This is the driver's side. Got a few bolts just holding them, lightly threaded, new gaskets. Now I just gotta go underneath and add the extensions for the O2 sensors. What we did notice, I'm pretty sure it's a common thing, but not a common thing for me. Something that I don't know. They want you to use the bungs here that come with it are for the front O2 sensors. So you're, from what I understand, you're eliminating the rear O2 sensors because you're gonna get it tuned, which you should, since especially if you're running catless. All right, we'll see what we get into next. The header bolts are ready. We got the plugs in. We clamped down the pipes, clamps on the bottom already for the X pipe. Looks good to me. Just gotta get the little Corvette covers on right here, and on the other side we got these on. The vents are on. Looks like PCB lines and breathers and whatnot. And then
What are these?
it's a good question.
Extra?
Weight reduction.
Wait.
No, they're for the heat shield.
Oh, the stock.
Stock move. This is done.
Oh, this one's gonna stay off because we're gonna do the E85. Huh? The E85.
Yeah, we'll leave that one off. This side's done. Everything's done. Covers are on.
Alright.
Gonna do the first start. Cold start. The header's on.
Come on, get on.
Gonna do it on this install. I tried to film as best as I could. There's a few things that I left out of the video, but for the most part it was just my dad and I installing it, and it took us about 3 hours on a Friday night after I got home from work. And when I got back the next morning, we started like around 1 and we finished around 5 o'clock, just with some basic hand tools in our garage, and some jack stands and the jack. But overall it was not that bad. The hardest part was disassembling the stock exhaust, and I do have the Z51 package, so this vehicle does have the dry sump. When we were going under here, we just had to undo the lines for the dry sump. We undid a couple screws right here on the fender liner, just to move out of the way, give you a little bit more room to pull the dry sump lines out of the way. And some oil did drain out, so we had the drain pan down there. When we put it back together, it looked like oil was building up, and we torqued everything down. I believe it was 13 or 15 or foot-pounds on the torque wrench, and drove it around, checked the oil. It doesn't look like it's leaking, pretty dry, and there is the tunnel plate, I believe that's what it's called, that Texas Speed provides. And put a few miles on it, check engine lights on, but I'm going to be getting it tuned within the next few weeks. And first I have to install my E85, the Flex Fuel kit I purchased from Lethal Garage. I'll probably be making another video on that. Overall, not too difficult. We've done harder things before. I've had a lot of Japanese cars, Hondas, Nissans, Toyotas that we've worked on and done stuff to. So this wasn't too difficult. It was time consuming. It was on the longer side of a few other things that we have done, but not too bad. If you like this, I'm planning on making some more videos. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.